The journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation is a challenge that everyone faces at some stage in life. A key element of this process is learning to set personal boundaries and harness the power of saying no. We often find ourselves trapped in the habit of putting others' needs and desires above our own, frequently at the expense of our interests and well-being. This reflection seeks to dive into the foundation of this behavior, emphasizing the significance of acknowledging and respecting our own limits. We will explore how distancing ourselves from toxic situations or relationships is not just an act of self-preservation, but also a profound expression of self-respect and autonomy. Throughout this discussion, we will examine various aspects of this process, considering how the ability to say no and maintain a clear direction in life can transform our relationships with ourselves and others, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Before we proceed, please ensure you are subscribed and feel free to share your perspectives in the comments during the video. Let's begin. It's an intriguing and quite common phenomenon. Many people tend to devote their time and effort to others, often exceeding their own limits and needs. But what drives this behavior? It could be an internal quest for personal validation, a deep desire to feel valued and accepted, or perhaps some individuals believe that their self-esteem is inherently tied to how others perceive them. This excessive concern with others' opinions can become a trap. When you care too much about what others think, you risk losing your own identity. You become a reflection of others' expectations and opinions, as if your existence depended on their approval. This can be exhausting and often leads to a vicious cycle of relentless pursuit of recognition and approval. The journey in search of acceptance can be driven by various factors. Some might feel insecure about their own worth, relying on external validation to feel worthy. Others may have grown up in environments where love and attention were conditional on meeting others' expectations, leading them to believe that this is the only way to be loved or respected. However, it's crucial to recognize that this constant pursuit of others' approval can be a lonely and unfulfilling path. It's like trying to fill an inner void with something that's always out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle may lie in developing a healthier relationship with oneself, learning to value your own opinions and needs. By doing so, one can start to embark on a path of greater authenticity and personal satisfaction, where others' opinions are just one part of the whole and not the defining factor of one's happiness and self-esteem. Many of us, at some point, find ourselves giving our time and energy to others. But why does this happen? Is it a quest for self-affirmation or a deep desire to be appreciated? Excessive concern with others' opinions can turn us into true hostages of these judgments. If you often find yourself in this situation, I want to share a valuable strategy to reclaim your power and self-esteem. This strategy is known simply as walking away. It may seem abrupt, but in some circumstances, it's a necessary step to reaffirm your personal power. Throughout life, we encounter various people. Some do not respect boundaries. Others are overly dependent or even cruel and selfish. Demonstrating to these people that you are willing to walk away reinforces your independence and helps you regain control over your own life. The power of walking away is fueled by two fundamental pillars: the ability to say no and having a clear direction in life. If you tend to lose yourself in others' desires, or worse, feel used or abused, you likely struggle with refusing requests and lack a defined purpose. Having a clear goal shows the world that you value your time and, by extension, your life. This naturally distances you from situations where your boundaries are disrespected. Keeping focused on your path reduces the need to seek external approval. Remember, walking away is not just a physical action, but a mindset of self-worth and respect. Adopting this stance sends a powerful message. You are in charge of your life. The power of walking away begins firstly with the word no. It's simple, yet direct and effective. By saying no, you communicate your needs, preferences, and limits clearly. It's essential for maintaining healthy relationships. It's a declaration of independence, showing that you are in control of your life. No is more than just a refusal. It's an act of self-respect, allowing us to reject situations that displease us, commitments that overburden us. When used assertively and respectfully, this word signifies pure confidence. Walking away might sound harsh, but sometimes it becomes an essential action to assert one's autonomy in a given scenario. Throughout life's journey, we cross paths with countless people. Some interactions are fleeting, like leaves in the wind, while others deeply root themselves in our hearts. Each encounter, whether brief or lasting, leaves its unique imprint on our personal story. Deciding to step back is not always easy. Often it comes with mixed emotions, a blend of relief and sadness. But it's important to remember that taking control of our own narrative is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. Knowing when to say goodbye, when to close a chapter, is a vital skill in building a fulfilling and authentic life. In some cases, this choice might seem selfish to others. However, by moving away from situations or people that no longer resonate with our values or aspirations, we make room for new opportunities and beautiful experiences. This journey of personal discovery is full of meetings and farewells, each contributing a unique color to the larger picture of our existence. These moments, which come to an end, though sometimes painful, are crucial for our growth. They teach us about our limits, desires, and most importantly, about who we truly are. By sharing these reflections, I hope they encourage you to look at your own life story with a new perspective full of possibilities and learning. Secondly, direction is the element that guides us to where we want to go, both literally and metaphorically. Having a direction means having goals, aspirations, and a sense of purpose in life. Knowing where you are headed makes it easier to make decisions and choose paths that align with your values and objectives. Direction gives us focus, helping us avoid distractions and negative influences. Together, know and direction form a powerful combination. While know protects us from unwanted external influences, direction keeps us on the path to achieving our goals and dreams. These two concepts are crucial for maintaining personal integrity and following a path that is truly our own. Among the various people who cross our paths, some present particular challenges in understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some can be overly dependent, clinging to us and demanding a disproportionate amount of our time and energy. These interactions, although often well-intentioned, can become exhausting, creating an imbalance in the relationship. On the other hand, there are individuals we might classify as unpleasant and ill-intentioned. These are people who, unfortunately, see social interactions as opportunities for manipulation and exploitation. They can act cruelly, using sarcasm, criticism, or abusive behaviors to belittle others, aiming for their own benefit without any consideration for others' well-being. These negative interactions, though challenging, offer valuable learning opportunities. They teach us the importance of establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Learning to identify and deal with such personalities is crucial for our emotional health and personal development. It teaches us to be assertive, to stand up for our values, and to not allow others to treat us disrespectfully or harmfully. By making the conscious decision to distance ourselves from those who do not respect our boundaries, we send a powerful message to ourselves and to them. This attitude clearly demonstrates that we are not owned by anyone, and that we have the power and autonomy to choose who is part of our lives. This gesture of withdrawal is not just an act of self-affirmation, but also an important step in regaining control over our own well-being and capabilities. Choosing to distance ourselves can be seen as an act of self-defense and preservation. By distancing ourselves from toxic people or draining relationships, we are taking care of our mental and emotional health. We are prioritizing our personal space and investing in our own growth. It's a reminder that we are the primary holders of our happiness and inner peace. Moreover, this action can significantly impact those who tend to overstep boundaries. If you find yourself frequently yielding to others or in more severe cases, being exploited, manipulated, or abused by others, this might indicate a difficulty in asserting no and a lack of clear direction in life. These are warning signs that deserve attention. The inability to say no often stems from a desire to please, to avoid conflict, or from the belief that our needs and desires are less important than those of others. This behavior, though it may seem harmless at first, can lead to a cycle of self-denial and resentment and create an environment conducive to being used or abused. On the other hand, a lack of direction can result from a fear of the unknown, lack of self-awareness, or fear of pursuing our true interests. Without direction, it's easy to be swayed by others' will and objectives, missing the opportunity to live a life that is truly governed by you. Recognizing these patterns in oneself is the first step toward change. It begins with strengthening self-esteem and self-awareness, understanding what we truly value and desire for our lives. From there, we can start practicing assertiveness. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more resilient and positive life guidance, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining us at Vital Motives. Stay serene and see you next time.